Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host, Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Season 2, Episode 17 of Fire Force. Yeah, we're back with this. I think we are a couple weeks out since the last one. I think we just missed last week, basically. Um, but yeah, we're still in the midst of all this fighting to try and save Natsuku. He's been manipulated by Hameya. Shit's just going down. We're kind of forging unexpected alliances, and it's a mess. It's just an absolute mess. But I think this is the last episode of the arc, if I remember reading correctly. So obviously, I didn't look up any spoilers, but I think this is the last episode of the arc. Um, it's been a while since I looked up the arcs, though. So I might be wrong about that. I don't know. Either way, we're just gonna get right into this. Why waste any time, right? I'm very much interested to see what happens, and if this is the last episode of the arc, I need to know what happens with Natsuku. Like, is he gonna be saved? Are the White Clads gonna get him? Is he just gonna remain with the torturous bastards here? What's gonna happen? I just need to know. So let's just get on with this and hope for the best. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, everything was kind of concluded by Reaper because I guess he's just strong enough somehow. And he comforted Natsuku by basically telling him he has no expectations of him and he should remain weak and not strive to be better, which goes against everything Natsuku has always been told, having like all these expectations and the entire world placed on his shoulders by his parents and whatnot. So by being told that he doesn't have this, by being told that he should remain weak and that he shouldn't like have those raised expectations, it's weirdly enough helping him. And I want to make it clear that this is not in any sense healthy. This does not solve the problem. Natsuku has extreme self-image issues brought on by, honestly, borderline abusive parenting. The extreme expectations, the guilting when he gets an 87, I think it was. It's like, that's not even a bad grade. That's a great grade. But his parents guilt tripping him because it like wasn't 100. And everything, it's like, that's abuse. Abuse is not just physical, it's not just yelling at someone. Abuse can be a lot of things, and manipulation is a form of that. Not to mention everything that went on with Rekka and just Hajima. It's like, this entire thing with Kurno is not in any shape, any way, any form, healthy. It's actually extremely unhealthy, extremely toxic. And it bothers me, if I'm being honest, that this is the conclusion they go with and that the Eighth just kind of let it happen. Like, the White Clads letting this happen, letting it stay like this, is not unexpected. It's not unbelievable. But the Eighth, it's like this is extremely toxic and terrible. And It's not going to help. Oh, it keeps Natsuku from going out of control again. It's like that wasn't even his fault. That was Halmea's fault. She was the one who caused that, not Natsuku. That doesn't even add up. And it's like, there's no evidence that he would do that. That could happen again without being pushed by someone like Halmea. That was not a natural thing that just happened. And they're acting like Kurino doing this is just going to keep his mental state in line as if it needs to be, like, at that point. And it's like to stop that kind of specific thing, and that's not accurate. The most it does is make Natsuku a little happier, but he's happy for all the wrong reasons, in a very messed up, toxic way. And it's like this, again, it doesn't solve the problems. It doesn't fix any problems. It doesn't help him. Natsuku is not in a better position than he was before. In fact, in some ways, it's worse. I know not everything is going to be a happy ending, but, like, I'm kind of angry at this. Like, I'm not even, like gonna cry because I'm just too angry to cry. This is not a happy ending for Natsuku. This is a bad ending. It is a terrible ending. And then there's the entire thing they did with, like, Charn in this episode, making us think he was going to sacrifice himself and die for it. But it's like they even did the entire life flashing before his eyes thing. But it's like, oh, because he acknowledged that allows him to live or something. It's like, what was the point of even having that happen then? That just felt like a really weird decision that didn't really amount to anything. Besides showing us that Halmea has been with the Whiteclads all her life. That's literally the only thing we got from that. And that's not really important, I feel. It's... That's not a good ending for Natsuku. And I'm not even just irritated because it's not, because again, a lot of shows and everything have arcs and stories that end on a bad note. Things that don't go well. It happens. But the fact that they're acting as if it's a good thing, or at least okay for now, is psychotic to me. The idea that Shinra and Obi and the rest of the 8th would be okay with that is fucked up. And when they're even talking to the president of Haijima afterwards, they're like, even he says, oh, Natsuku's training has changed and everything, but it's like, it literally shows he's just going in to just do the same thing that he's always done with Kurino. It's like, nothing's fucking changed. This dude's a fucking liar. It's like, this is bullshit. This is absolute fucking bullshit. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied with this ending to this arc. I'm actually kind of, like I said, I'm pissed about it. It's so unsatisfying. It's so anger-inducing. Because this arc was basically about saving Natsuku. Whether or not he's with Haijima still is one thing, but he has to be in a safe position. And he's not. and just ignoring the entire shit at the end with the president talking with Vulcan and everything, and the Eighth about like working together and creating a non-human powered energy source. It's just like I mentioned I don't trust them, and it's kind of more than that. Like thinking about it after ending this episode and everything, and just like coming to terms with everything I just watched. It's like it's more than like distrust. It's again, I'm angry. I'm upset. This is not there's no positive here in how this ended. The only thing you could even slightly look at as a positive is that the White Clads didn't get Natsuku. But there's also the fucking ominous statement by Inca, I can see your future and shit. It's like, okay, what the fuck does that mean? Just, oh, Jesus Christ. If you want to know my thoughts on anything else, ask in the comments. I can't even process much of anything else right now. Um, I'll talk about other stuff in the comments. Just feel free to ask me anything you want to know my thoughts on, or anything you want clarified. This is genuinely angering me as to how this ended. I'm not okay with this. I do not think this was a good end to this arc at all. It is so, so bad. So, for now, just tell me your thoughts down below. Again, if you have any questions on anything else, feel free to ask. I'm Connie. I'm signing off. See y'all next time.